All right, we're live. Say hello.
Hello. Thanks for having me here.
Thanks for having me, Floyd. I appreciate it.
Okay, buddy.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Alex Vidal. I am president of Related ISG International Realty and host of the show you are watching today, The Closer Club. And if there's ever a closer in our business, the real estate business, it's this gentleman to my right, Floyd Wickman, an original, what I call an OG of the training business, having been in the real estate coaching and training business for over 35 years. And I happen to have learned right now, prior to starting to this, that Floyd is in the International Speakers Hall of Fame. And I'm excited to have you on board, have you a part of the episode.
Thank you. I feel privileged being here, and I hope I help your audience.
I hope so. So this is episode number 44.
Oh.
We're rocking and rolling. So, Floyd, now you've been in the business over 35 years. And by the way, guys, if you want to work for the brokerage that's connected to some guys, the best in the business, whether it's real estate, regular business, entrepreneurs, mindset, athletes, call me, text me, DM me, all that jazz. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TheCloserClub.com, where you can catch all 43 episodes thus far, and now this one. Sorry.
Beautiful.
All right, here we go. Floyd, 35 years in the business, in the coaching and training business. Tell us a little bit about your path to becoming one of the best in the biz.
Well, after almost 10 years in the Navy, I got into real estate.
Okay.
What ultimately got me into training is the first year I starved.
Okay.
And that wasn't because of the market, it was because of me. I was doing the wrong thing. So I went on to be extremely successful selling real estate, then managing, then training, and ultimately I got into the speaking business in 79, actually.
1979.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's 39 years because I was born in 78. I'm 40.
I'm not good at math, so I didn't figure that out right away.
Well, I only know because I was born in 1978. So,
oh, really?
And I'm 40. So,
okay.
Man, I love that. I can't wait to get to a question about the old way of doing business and the new way of doing business. Now, you have the three common denominators in your book among the top salespeople in the business are mind, time, and passion.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about those three as to why they're important to a real estate salesperson.
Well, I think first of all, especially in real estate, any type of selling, but real estate, you have to constantly feed positive to your mind.
Sure.
Because if you don't, you're going to be depressed way too soon.
That's right.
So I think the great ones keep a positive mental attitude, and when it's slipping, they work at it. And then, of course, you don't waste time. You know, I mean, you still go home, you play, you go boating, you do everything in the world, but you don't waste time when you're at work. And passion, you gotta love what you do. You don't have to like it every minute, but you have to love what you do.
What would you say, out of curiosity, out of the three, what is the most important?
Well,
And
I think it's passion.
Yeah.
Passion will push you through anything.
That's right. You know, I agree with you. I think if you have the passion, when your mindset is down, your passion will push you through it.
Yeah.
When you have the passion and you kind of find yourself wasting a little bit of time, you're going to get off course. And if you're off course, your passion brings you right back.
Exactly. I believe that. Yes.
I love it. And I love the mindset. We do a lot of mindset coaching.
Oh, do you? Perfect.
So the business has changed a lot in the last 5-10 years, let alone the last 39 years that you've been in the business. How do you see, because I'm battling with this myself, how do you see the old school way of doing business? I don't know if it's necessarily the old school way, but you know, the face-to-face, belly-to-belly, palm-to-palm way of doing business, meshing with the new techie way of doing business.
Well, I think ultimately you have to be face-to-face at one time or another.
Okay.
That's the bottom line. And the only way you're going to get face-to-face is talking to people. And the only way you're going to get talking to people is either pay them to call you or hit the phones and make your contacts and your referral bases and all of that. You know, everybody knows somebody thinking of buying or selling real estate now and in their future. They just got to know you and know you want them and you'll help them and et cetera, et cetera. And that's not done enough. People think you can sit at your computer and sell a lot of real estate. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it's so funny you say that. I agree with you. I think technology will absolutely put you in front of more people. But I think the hole in the donut right now is brokerages are missing on teaching their agents the ability that once they are face-to-face, how to close the deal.
Wow, that is so true, so true.
Now, anyway, I shared this with you right before we got on camera, and your eyes kind of got big. That in Dade and Broward County alone, there are 65,000 realtors.
Wow.
So, and I've always said, customers with 65,000 people, they have a choice with whom they want to work.
Yes.
And because they have a choice, they're going to choose to work with somebody that they like and they trust.
Right.
So what are some ways that the realtors that are watching this, and we're going to probably get 5,000-10,000 views on this by the time it's all said and done, What are some ways that a realtor can create value to the people that they're speaking to and to create trust and get them to like them?
Well, I think in the prospecting phase, it's just constant contact.
Okay.
You know, it's not too many agents are making one contact, it's not paying off, so they go on to somebody else, but that person, you know, they need to be nurtured, and I think that's one of the big problems in the business. Agents are a little bit uncomfortable talking to the same person twice, even though they got a no both times. So you call them one more time. They're not saying no, they're just, you're staying in touch. You may not want to sell, I know that, but you may know somebody, and if I can show you I'm reliable, I get a shot at you recommended me, right?
Got it. Yeah, of course.
That's contacts.
So one way that they can create the value is in staying in touch, because the value gets lost at the first contact. They get a no. Create that value, separate yourself from the pack by the water torture effect.
Yeah.
Drop.
Yeah, well, at least let me send you a card, or let me drop off a recipe book, or whatever it happens to be. You know?
Yeah. So you really think that's still the secret to the sauce, right? The contact.
It's a contact sport.
Contact sport. There we go. So let's talk about finding opportunities. Every Wednesday I rotate to a different office in our company where I do this thing called Coffee with Alex, where I just sit with a group of agents. And
I love it.
Yeah, thank you. And I got that from a mentor of mine, actually. His name is Emmett. His real name is Bob. So he called it Bagels with Bob. And he's like, you should start Coffee with Alex. But interestingly enough, what I've learned in those Coffee with Alex's is that now, at least what we've been doing this year, is we're no longer talking about the market. Because I think that no matter what market you're in, there's always opportunities.
Absolutely.
So what are some ways that realtors can go about finding opportunities in any market?
Well, I don't know if I have ways. It still boils down to that first contact and then repetition. There are for sale by owners out there. There are expireds out there. There's the old concept of farming doesn't necessarily mean you're knocking on doors and giving cookbooks, but the agents aren't doing that. In my training program, we make them do it. I hate to say it that way.
I got it.
Give people the option to fail, 70% take it every time. So sign up with me, I take away the option or you lose your money.
Got it. No, fair enough.
Yeah. So I think simply that contact, whatever media you use, you got to get voice to voice, one way or the other.
Got it. So really, it sounds like the opportunities are still in forget the emails or the follow-up. It's actually getting the person on the phone or getting in front of them. Those are where the opportunities are.
Right. Those are just feeding information. They're staying in touch somehow. But contacting is, let's talk.
Yes.
It could be about anything.
Sure. We were talking off camera that on Monday I had the opportunity to interview Nelson Gonzalez, who is one of the top brokers in Miami Beach, $700 million in the last 5 years.
Wow.
And in our lightning, I asked him in the lightning round questions, and I'm going to ask you, what's the best ROI for leads? And he said, your referrals. That's where it's at.
Book of business.
That's right. And he's $700 million in. I mean, to give you an idea, in just 5 years. Any brokerage, our brokerage, any brokerage out there has agents that are good, that are looking to become great.
Yes.
So what are some simple things that agents can implement in their business to go from good to great?
Well, I think first of all, enhancing skills on whatever business you're in, that does it.
Okay.
Secondly, just expanding your contact base.
Got it.
We keep talking about that same thing.
Yeah.
It's never changed. I mean, at least not in my almost 50 years. It hasn't changed. It's not going to change today. But and I think also that being a little bit more personable. I don't know. Maybe you'd bring a flower over for Easter or something, because that's the things they don't forget. But it's a contact, it's a repetitive contact, book of business. We kind of have our students in our class, that's what the Bob, we call it, just work your book of business.
Sure.
We start, then we teach them how to get in FISBOs and expireds and that stuff. But if you can't do a book of business, whatever you're doing is short-lived.
Got it. There's a good friend of mine named Matt Jerry. Doesn't work for our company. I'd love to have him work for our company.
Well, what do you pay? Maybe no.
But he does that. And Valentine's Day, he takes cookies to people. Christmas or Thanksgiving, he takes pies.
Exactly.
And it's so crazy because I know there's a lot of realtors watching this that are thinking, man, take pies to my clients. That's corny. That's so old school. But that ability to connect with people has not been lost.
The point isn't what he thinks of it. It's what does the prospect think of it? Wow, thank you. It's like a tattooing. in their mind
Sure.
too, you know?
You know, that's a great way to put it. Who cares what the agent thinks? What does the customer think of what you're doing?
Yeah, they can think themselves right out of the business if they let.
I love that. So let's talk about a lightning round. Everybody loves a great lightning round.
Okay.
5 questions, short 1, 2, 3 word answers.
Right.
I won't throw you off the balcony if it goes more than 3. Don't worry.
No, I'll jump.
You'll jump.
Okay.
And I think I already know the answer to this one. Best ROI for leads for realtors.
Book a business.
Book a business. Put it all into getting into contact with their book of
If
business.
you put somebody in there, your commitment is you're going to stay in touch with them until they buy or die. You're going to stay in touch with them as long as you're living. Yeah.
If you only had one way to prospect, mail, phone call, door knocking, whatever, what would it be? One way to prospect.
Well, phone would still be it for me.
Okay.
You know, and then face to face is just as good. I mean, you just got to stay in touch. I don't think it's the how, the best way. I really don't.
Interesting. So whatever gets you the ability to connect with that person.
Yeah, as long as you're reminding them what you do.
Sure.
Who do you know?
Interesting.
Who? You know, it's not like I'm just I don't deliver cookies here,
Yeah.
but who do you know who? That's what it's all about. That question. Whoa.
That's a key thing, right? You have some realtors say, hey, I call my clients all the time.
Yeah.
But do they know you're calling them for real estate?
Yeah, who do you know who? I'm expanding my business. I could use your help. Who do you know who? And then magic in threes. If you can ask for who do you know who 3 times, you're amazing hit ratio.
Interesting. Do you do the 3 within the same phone call?
Yeah. How about somebody at work? Oh, okay. Well, a family member perhaps, okay, or a neighbor. So you're giving them 3 choices to say yes or no.
Got it. So you essentially start globally. Who do you know? And I don't know anybody. Well, how about at work? How about at school? How about at church
Bingo.
or gym or whatever it is? And then you refine it from there.
Who do
Okay.
you know who, right?
One daily practice every agent should be doing to improve their business.
Listening, watching, reading something positive.
Okay.
Let 'em
Watching,
know.
reading, listening to something positive.
Right.
I love it. I don't think, well, if anybody's seen any of our episodes, typically the second question I ask somebody is, what are the tips and tricks you have to stay in that positive mindset?
Yeah.
It's really that important because if not, you don't even want to get out of bed to do anything else.
Right.
What's your favorite realtor in the country doing right now?
My favorite realtor in the country. You know, I have so many students that my trainers teach.
Sure.
I don't want to name one.
No, you don't have to tell me what the realtor's doing.
Oh,
you don't have to
what are
tell me
they doing?
What are they doing? Don't tell me the realtor's name. What are they doing?
Just what we're talking about. It's that contact
Okay.
and the relationship building. You don't give up because it's no.
Sure.
You know, but you don't spend your life working at one person. That's never. You know, there's an old saying: "Seek not the living among the dead."
Yeah.
You know, you got to move on to this one and that one, but keep them in your book of business. What does it hurt?
That's right. That's one of the reasons why I love video, because video has allowed us to communicate with the masses, communicate the personality,
Oh, yeah.
all that. That can't really be done over the phone or over a banner or anything like that.
Exactly.
What's something we'd be surprised to know about you?
9th grade dropout, 55 years marriage, 10 years in the Navy, got out roughly the same rank I went in. I've failed a lot in my life.
That's awesome.
So,
and here you are.
I'm an expert at failing.
I think anybody who's successful is an expert at failing.
I believe that somehow, you know, it's when you know what you don't want, real, then you work toward what you do want.
Absolutely. Last question, and then we're done. I'll throw this over here. And I end every interview with this book, podcast, or any TED Talk recommendation for the audience.
Well, let's see. I think the most important thing is, if you really want to develop your skills, take my program. Get a hold of one of my trainers.
There you go.
They'll work with you for 7 weeks, and you'll never be weak again. Because you know why? We got rules. We push you.
Sure.
You know, you don't go to a fitness coach that's weak.
Some do, just to say they
Well,
work
I know,
out,
but then
they get no
find
results.
another one.
Correct,
Yeah.
because they get no results.
Right.
And I don't think enough people in general, not just realtors, are open to putting up money to make themselves. It's shocking to me. We'll spend so much money on our suits and on our watches and on our belts and on our shoes and on our cars, but when it comes time to investing in our brain and making ourselves better, just people aren't willing to do it. It's amazing.
Right. Well, it is. If you look at it, I always did. You did. I mean, anybody successful has it. The other ones are going to wait till they have it, then they'll learn how to get it.
You got it. Floyd, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. And good luck to your group there.
Where can they find more about your company? Is it floydwickman.com?
Yeah, floydwickman.com. Or they can contact me direct, floyd@floydwickman.com.
There you go, floyd@floydwickman.com. Now, we are filming, I want to do something real quick. We are filming live from the residences at the W in Fort Lauderdale. You can probably see the beach behind me. We're in one of the model units. There's kind of a mess in here right now because we have a meeting after this, but I want to show you guys what this resident unit looks like. So I'm going to pick up my camera. I did this with Nelson the other day. But we're going to start with, here's one of my favorite parts. Say hi, everybody. You're caught on camera. There's my crew. I love the blue kitchen back there. Got the living room right here. Again, the furniture's kind of moved around. There's Floyd and I just met. But look at this view of Fort Lauderdale Beach. We come over here, and we have the one of the bedrooms with its own full bath. And then I'm going to walk you over because I want you guys to see what this bathroom looks like, which is really cool. Hey, say hi again. We're going to come onto this side. It is an amazing condo hotel. Again, check it out. There it is. Look at the view from your own bedroom. Let me get the light better. And then check out this bathroom, which is really cool. It's completely open to the bedroom. One of the nicest bathrooms. I love it. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more information about the W, put comments in the comment section and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, guys.